Today I want to talk to you about a missing ingredient that many people have in their obedience. Welcome to Voice of Faith. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 8, it says, "By faith Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place which he would receive as an inheritance." Now notice here, the Bible tells us that Abraham obeyed how? By faith. By faith, Abraham obeyed. I think too many times when we hear something that God's instructing us in, either by His Word or by His Spirit, many times we don't do it in response to our faith. In other words, let me say it this way. You've got to believe His Word in order to effectively obey His Word. If you're not believing what He's saying is going to produce for your life, then your obedience at some point is going to falter. It's going to fall short. You're going to quit on your obedience, and then you're not going to see anything produce. And that's going to produce frustration, disappointment, discouragement, and you're going to throw your hands up. And many people do this, and they say, "Forget it, it's not working. It's what do I, and they just throw in the towel. And I'm going to tell you today, by faith, Abraham obeyed. Well, faith comes by hearing the Word of God. You keep rehearsing what it is that God's told you, and you keep rehearsing it. Faith is simple anyway. Faith is hearing, believing, speaking, and acting. Hearing, believing, speaking, and acting. Again, it's hearing, believing, speaking, and acting. If we will continually hear the Word of God, then faith comes. It's that easy. Faith comes by hearing, and by hearing the Word of God. When we're hearing the Word of God, then faith comes. Now, it doesn't say faith comes by having heard. It says faith comes by hearing. So we need to continually hear the Word of God, keep our faith alive, keep it strong, keep it vibrant, and then when we do, believe it, because God cannot lie, will not lie. It's impossible for God to lie. So believe it, then begin to speak it, and then begin to act on it. And guess what? It will produce for you. And it's not going to leave you frustrated. It's not going to leave you disappointed. It's not going to leave you discouraged. And you're not going to want to throw up your hands and forget and say, forget it. You're going to want to continue to move on in the promise that God has given you. The Bible also says it's through faith and patience that we inherit the promises of God. So that patience, you'll continue to have patience in the process as you're moving forward in your faith until you see that faith manifest what it is that God says He'll manifest in your life. That's a great word for you. Thank you for joining me today. Would you share this, like this, share this? Let's help somebody with this. Somebody needs this word. God bless you, and don't forget, if you work the word will work.